Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. And you?
I'm good, man. Just been so busy, bro. I just came
Okay.
back maybe a few days ago, yeah.
Okay. So I hope you will. So now we will start our session. So
Yeah.
I share my screen.
Recording in progress.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So hi and welcome to the fourth day training session on Google Earth Engine platform, from beginners to advanced course on Google Earth Engine. So I am course coordinator. Basically this course will be taken at the 7 days, and we will already covered the third day classes. So this is our full course content. We will cover all of the things within 7 days, and today is our fourth day, and fourth day course content will be that first of all, today I will try to discuss about the land surface temperature monitoring from MODIS satellite imagery, and also make the time series chart. Then move to how to remove cloud from satellite imagery. Then visualization the digital elevation model of hillside and salt map using the Google Earth Engine platform. Mainly here I use the NASA SRTM dataset. Then how to calculate it average, maximum, minimum NDVI for any specific region. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, land surface monitoring from MODIS
I think
satellite image.
did
Yeah,
we cover this already? I think we did this already, no? Because I remember the removing the clouds.
yeah. We also covered this part, how to remove the cloud from satellite imagery.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, so we will start from the land surface temperature monitoring from MODIS, and how we can get the land surface temperature map, as well as also get the time series chart like this for any specific period of time. Okay, so
Okay.
first of all, I simply open my code editor. So let's start. So first of all, I simply import my region of interest. Suppose I want to need the land surface temperature monitoring map for a specific region of Dhaka district. Okay, so I had already imported this shape file of Dhaka district. So now I want to make the land surface temperature monitoring for this boundary area. Okay, so I simply click to the import. It will be imported, and I simply change the name as a RY. Okay, and then I simply import my dataset. This dataset is the MODIS land surface temperature. So I simply search in the top of the code editor here, MODIS LST. So here we use this dataset. You can see all of the MODIS dataset will be appeared. So in this time here I use this dataset MODIS Terra land surface temperature. This dataset. So here you can get all of the information about this dataset. Okay, it is the 8-day global, and this resolution is the 1 kilometer or 1000 meters. Okay, this resolution, and here you can get the some band. So mainly here you can see this is our band LST day 1 kilometer, resolution. It is the day land surface temperature, not night. Okay, this is the day land surface temperature. Here you can see there is the minimum and maximum temperature, and this unit is the Kelvin, and we also change the unit in degree Celsius. Okay, also here you can see this is the scale factor. Okay, so now I want to use this data set. First of all, you need to import this data set in your code editor. So we use the two way for importing this data set. If you want, you can simply click on the import. This data set will be imported in your code editor, or if you want, you can also simply copy this collection snippet from here. After this, you can simply paste in your code editor, and here you can just write a variable name. I simply put the variable name is that modis LST. Okay, you can use any variable name. I simply use here the modis LST. Okay, so now this data set modis land surface temperature, this data set, it's imported in our code editor as a variable name modis LST. Okay, so now we want first of all we need to filter this data set. Suppose in this time I want to need this data set in a specific time period, and then I want to make the time series chart. Okay, so I simply put a variable in here, and after this I simply put here, suppose this is my start date. I simply define my start date in here, EE date, and then I simply put here my start date. Suppose it will 2015. Okay, so this is my start date, and I also want to make a date range. Suppose I want to, when I put in my code editor 2, then it will be automatically showing a start from the year of 2050 and move to the 2 years. Okay, when I put in my code editor 3, then it automatically start from the year of 2050 and move forward to 3 years. Okay, so in this time I want to make the another function. This function make this data date range. Okay, so that's why when I put the date range value, then it will be automatically start from the year of 2015, because this is my start date, and move forward to 3 years or 2 years which I put. Okay, so I simply take a variable and give the variable name is the date range. You can use any variable name. I simply use here the date range. Okay, and then in this time I want to use here a function. This function call name is that ee dot date range. Okay, so mainly this function make the date range between a specific time period. So here you can see, here I already define this start date. Okay, and now I want to make a date range from this start date. Okay, suppose I want to make the date range 2 years, then it will be start from the year of 2050 and move forward to 2 years. Okay, so now you can see all of the argument about this. So first of all, you can see this EE date range, this first argument is the start, then int, then time zone. So first of all, you can see here start date. So in this time you can see in this code I already defined my start date, and it will be start input in a variable, stored in a variable. This called the start. I simply copy the start and paste here. You can see already start is in here, so it's not changed. So here you can see, first of all I put here my first argument start, then int. In this time I want to int date will be that it will be advancing 1 year from the start. Okay, or 2 year from the start. So that's why I simply call the start and paste here. After this I simply use a function, it's called the advance. Okay, so this is the advance. So then I simply put here my, you can see this is the argument, is the first argument is the delta, second argument is the unit. So delta is your number. Suppose I simply put here the 1, and I simply put here the unit is year. Okay, so it means that this date range, it will be start from year of 2015 1st January and move to 1 year, or advance 1 year. When I put here the 2, it means that this date range will be start from the year of 2015 1st January and move to 2 years. Okay, when I put the 3 it will be moved to the 3 years, when I put the 4 it will move to the 4. Okay, and not only for the year, if you want you can also use here the month. So I simply put here the month. So then it will be start from the year of 2050 1st January and move to the 2 month. It means that it will be in date will be that 2015 January February. It will be in date will be 2015 February. Okay, suppose in this time I want to make the time series chart for my LST for the 5 years. It will be start from the year 2050 and move forward to advance 5 year. So I simply put here the 5 and then I simply change the unit is the year. Okay, and then time zone is not needed for this time, I simply remove. Okay, so I hope you understand this part about the date range function. Okay, so I simply put here my date range and I want to my observation date will be that it will be start from the year of 2015 and up to 5 years. Okay, so 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19 we can get the time series land surface temperature monitoring data set from year of 2015 to 2019. Okay, so I simply set here the 5. So now in this time you can see my mode is LST. This data set has a different types of band. Okay, in this time I want to work with this band. You can see this data set, I work with this data set. I want to work with the LST day 1 kilometer. This band I want to use in my here. So I simply copy this band name. After this I simply take another variable and give the variable name is that mode LST. You can use any variable name, and then I simply call the mode is LST. I simply copy from the mode LST. I want to select my specific band. My specific band name is that you can see this is my band name. I simply copy LST day 1 kilometer and paste here. Okay, so now you can see it will be select my specific band. Okay, after this we also need to select here the specific time period. So I simply use here the filter date. Okay, so here you can see this is the start date and end date, but in this time here you can see here I already defined the date range. So here I already defined the date range. It means that this it covered the start and end date. So I simply copy the date range variable and after this I simply put here. Okay, so this is my date range. Date range it will be start from the year of 2015 up to 2019. Okay, so now you can see it will be selected my specific date. Okay, so now in this time I need to also change the unit. So here we can see here I can get the data as a Kelvin unit, but in this time I want to change the data in a degree Celsius unit. Okay, from Kelvin to degree Celsius I want to change it. Okay, so for this I simply take a variable, give the variable name is the Kelvin to Celsius. You can use any variable name. I simply use here the Kelvin to Celsius, this variable. After this I simply call my this collection mode LST and paste here. I simply use here the map function because I want to create a function so that this function will be connect with my collection. So I simply use here the mode LST and then I make a function. My function is that I simply use here the function, then I simply put here my element name is the image. I use here the curly bracket and between this curly bracket I just put here my argument what I need. I want to return from this function so that this image it will be multiply with this scale factor. And what is the scale factor? You can simply check the scale factor from here. You can see this scale factor is the 0.002. I simply copy the 0.002 and paste here. So now it will be I multiply this scale factor. After this, we already know about that when you want to conversion like Kelvin to Celsius, you just subtract with this value. This subtract, you can simply use here the subtract this value. This value is the 273. Okay, when you subtract this value from the Kelvin, then we can get this result as a degree Celsius. Okay, so I simply use this. After this, I simply use here the copy properties function. Copy properties, and it will be image, and I simply define here my system time start. Okay, so I simply use here the system time start. Okay, so that it will be start as my system. Okay, so now you can see it will be reprojected, and we can get this result from Kelvin. First of all, you can see this result in the mode LST. This result LST day 1 kilometer. This unit is the Kelvin, but in this time when I want to subtract with this value 273, then this result will be automatically converted as a degree Celsius unit. Okay, so I hope you understand. Any question in here?
No, it's clear.
Okay, so now you can see here I just conversion this unit, and in this time I want to show this result. So for this I simply use here the map dot add layer function. After this I simply call here this, suppose this is the, I call him, and paste and click to the run. So you can see we can get the whole world land surface temperature monitoring result, but this result is not showing colorful because we did not add any visualization parameter yet. Okay, so you can see it will be FA, right? Okay, so you can check the result from here. Suppose I want to click the inspector tab and click any portion of the map, we can get the result about this map. You can see we can get here this minus 12.73 degrees Celsius land surface temperature value. Okay, so now I want to add here the visualization parameter. So you can simply go to your data catalog. You can see this is my data catalog, where I simply open this a new data catalog from here, and I just simply copy here from the visualization parameter. Okay, so this is my visualization parameter. I simply copy from here and paste here. After this, in this time you can see this is the Kelvin unit, so that's why it will be so high number. I want to simply change it, suppose 23 degrees Celsius up to 43, or also increase, suppose this it will be start from the 1 degree Celsius to 43 degrees Celsius, or what range you want to need, just simply put here the value. I simply copy the visualization parameter variable name, and we already know about that. After the map add layer, this is our object, we always put here the visualization parameter, then simply click to the run. So now we can get the visualization of this map. Okay, so you can see this map will be FA, right? Again, this is the whole world land surface temperature monitoring map. You can see we will just calculate it, and our time period will be that year of 2015 to 2019, between this time range. Okay, you can see this is the you can see this is the number, this is Australia part. Also you can see this part that the land surface temperature is so high. Okay, if you want to check the value, I can simply click on here. You can get 52 degrees Celsius for the Australia. You can get, also you can see here in this start, so you can see this is a 44. Okay, and when you can move to this part, you can get the very low. Okay, so you can see minus 35 degrees Celsius. Okay. Okay, so this is our full map of the land surface temperature monitoring for the whole world. But in this time, I need only for this area for my specific region, and I want to need also a time series chart. Okay, so how I can handle do this? So it's also possible. So now I will try to show you that. Suppose in this time, you can see this is the whole world map for land surface temperature monitoring. But in this time, I want to need the result for only for my specific district. For Dhaka district, I want to need this district. I want to only need this district. So, and I also make to the here the land surface monitoring, make the time series chart